Long ago, near the riverbanks of ancient India, there lived a man named Kiran. Known as a kind soul, Kiran carried deep sadness within him. His life felt like a series of endless misfortunes, failed business ventures, withered crops, and friendships that faded away. Every evening, he would sit by the river, throwing stones into the water, watching the ripples fade and thinking, "My life is like these ripples, brief, forgotten, and meaningless." One evening, while wandering the village streets heavy with sorrow, Kiran overheard travelers speaking of a wise teacher who had come to the nearby forest, a man called the Buddha. They spoke of his profound peace, his ability to heal broken hearts, and the serenity that surrounded him. Desperate for any glimmer of hope, Kiran decided to seek him out. At dawn, Kiran journeyed into the forest. His feet were heavy, not just with travel but with years of despair. After many hours, he came upon a gathering under a great Bodhi tree, where a serene figure sat quietly, the Buddha. His presence radiated a calm so deep that even the wind seemed to soften in reverence. Kiran hesitated, doubting whether someone so peaceful could understand his suffering, but something within urged him forward. Approaching the Buddha, Kiran bowed awkwardly and spoke, "Master, I am a broken man. Everything I touch fails. Happiness slips through my fingers like sand. What can I do? My life is nothing." The Buddha smiled gently and motioned for Kiran to sit. He picked up a small seed from the ground and held it up. "Kiran," he said, "this is your mind." Kiran frowned, confused. "A seed?" "Your mind," the Buddha explained, "is like a garden. Whatever seeds you plant will grow. Over the years, you have planted seeds of fear, doubt, and anger. And because you nurtured them with your thoughts, they have flourished. But you can choose to plant new seeds, seeds of hope, kindness, and courage. At first, they will be tiny and fragile, easily crushed. You must protect them, water them daily with positive thinking, and in time, your garden will become a paradise." Kiran listened intently, feeling a strange flicker in his heart, something he hadn't felt in a long time. Hope. He returned to his village with a newfound determination. The old habits of despair still clung to him, whispering in his mind at every turn. When customers frowned or crops struggled, he wanted to give up. But he remembered the Buddha's teaching, water the right seeds. When fear tried to claim him, he responded with, "I am learning to be strong." When anger flared, he whispered, "I choose kindness." He began small. He greeted his neighbors warmly, even when they remained distant. He repaired his broken cart, not because he knew it would succeed, but because trying itself was a seed worth planting. Slowly, the change within him took root. His mind felt lighter. His smile returned. People began to notice, and they returned to his small shop, not just for goods, but drawn to the quiet joy that now surrounded him. Yet life tested him. A fierce storm one night flooded the river, damaging Kiran's home and shop. As he stood in the rain, watching his hard work crumble, the old despair surged within him. The voice of hopelessness whispered cruelly, "You were foolish to hope." Kiran fell to his knees, overwhelmed. But then he remembered, he had planted seeds of hope. He closed his eyes and said, "I will water them even now." With trembling hands, he stood. Instead of cursing his fate, he helped his neighbors rebuild. He shared his remaining food, offering comfort to those who had lost even more. His spirit of resilience and kindness spread, and for the first time, the village came together like a true family. What once was a place of isolated souls became a thriving, supportive community. Months passed, and Kiran's life blossomed. His crops flourished with care. His shop, rebuilt with love, became the village's heart, a place where people came not just to buy, but to laugh, to hope, and to heal. They called it the garden, in honor of the spirit that now bloomed among them. In time, Kiran found love too, in an old friend named Amaya, whose laughter filled his once quiet nights. One evening, sitting by the river under a sky full of stars, Amaya asked, "Kiran, how did you change everything?" Kiran smiled, gazing at the gentle ripples of the water, and said, "I didn't change everything. I changed my seeds." Years later, Kiran made a journey back to the forest where he had met the Buddha. Under the same Bodhi tree, he found the teacher, older now, but still radiant with peace. Bowing deeply, Kiran said, "Master, you gave me my life back." The Buddha's eyes twinkled as he replied, "No, Kiran, I only showed you the seeds. You chose what to plant." Tears filled Kiran's eyes, not tears of sorrow, but of deep gratitude. "The greatest power we possess," the Buddha said gently, "is the power to tend our own garden. Tend it well, and teach others to do the same." Kiran returned home, carrying the lesson in his heart for the rest of his days. Through storms and sunshine alike, he never forgot. His mind was a garden, his thoughts were seeds, and he had the power, always, to choose what would grow.